Hey everyone, today I'm taking a look at the Dyson Jet Focus Hot and Cool fan. So let's dive in. Alright, so in the box there's only three things. There is the fan itself, there is a base, which looks like this, and then there is a remote control, which is this thing here. Now the only setup you really need, besides plug it into power, is to install the base. To do that, basically you pick up the fan and you line it up at the bottom here, and then basically you just twist until it clicks, and that's it, the base is installed. So next, let's get this thing powered on and see what it can do. Alright, so I gave it some power, and basically what you do is you grab your remote, which is here, and then the first button, the left one here, is the power button. You point it at the fan, you turn it on, and it starts blowing. So as soon as you turn it on, it's on fan level 1. The blue icon near the power switch at the bottom, that tells you that it's on cooling mode. Now if you press this blue button in the top right, it basically toggles between heating or cooling. So if we press this now, you see the icon at the bottom goes red, and it actually shows 20 degrees, so that's degrees Celsius. And the heating element has actually turned on now, so I can feel a warm air coming towards me right now. If I press the blue button again, it will switch it back to cooling, and then it shows a fan speed at the bottom, so the fan speed is currently 1. Now if we want to change the fan speed, basically it's this left button here, the big circle and the small circle. The larger circle makes the fan speed go up, the small circle makes the fan speed go down. So if I tap this a few times, you'll see the fan speed is going up and it's getting a bit louder. And the max fan speed is 10. So this is cooling on max fan speed right now. If I toggle it back to heating, so hitting the blue button again, it will go back to the 20 degrees Celsius that was set before. And you can increase the temperature using the red, large and small circle on the right here. If you keep pressing up, it goes up by 1 degree. Until eventually the max I found is 37 degrees Celsius. So at 37 degrees, it won't go any higher, and I guess this is the maximum heating that this fan can provide. Now again, if you want to lower the temperature, basically you press the smaller circle down here, and as you press it, the temperature goes down, and the lowest temperature I found it goes is actually 1 degree Celsius. I don't know how it's going to heat at 1 degree Celsius, but it's actually turned itself off. So that's kind of the range to expect. The next thing you can do with this is change the type of airflow that it will provide. Now the bottom two buttons down here, the left one is like a direct stream, which is what it's on right now. So it's actually blowing air right into the camera in like a direct stream at the moment. Now if I press the fan kind of icon on the bottom right here, so this one here, if you look at the display at the bottom there, the little symbol shows up. Basically now the air is not directly coming at the camera anymore. The air is kind of going around the side. So if I put my hand over the fan now, I can feel the air on the side rather than on the front. So on the front here, I actually don't feel any air anymore. So this is for even room heating. So if you leave it on this setting, it's meant to heat the room evenly. And of course, there are the basic functions such as setting a timer. So this button here, the clock, you can set it to automatically turn off after 15 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, all the way up to 9 hours. And the right button here, the 2 arrows, basically that makes the fan turn left and right, so like an oscillating feature. So if we try that now, if I point it at the fan and I press it, basically the fan will start spinning left and right. So if you have a larger room, you can use this to evenly spread out the heat or the cooling, depending on which function you're using at the moment. Apart from turning the fan left and right, you can also tilt the fan up and down. So to do that, you hold the base and then you push the base up like this to tilt it up. Or if you like, you can push it down to make it face a bit lower. If we take a closer look at the remote, which is the one here, you'll notice that it's actually kind of curved. So this may be for ergonomic reasons, because when you hold it in your hand, it's kind of nice in your hand if it's curved. But I discovered that there's actually a place to put this remote on the fan itself. So on the top of the fan, there's a magnet. And if you pop it on there, it just sticks on. So the curvature of the remote fits the curvature of the fan, so there's somewhere to store the remote, which is pretty nice. Okay, so how does this Dyson fan compare to the regular, garden variety fan that you get at Target or Kmart? Well, I've noticed that The Dyson can blow a lot more air. So right now I have the Dyson set at fan speed 5, and at fan speed 5, it's the same kind of airflow or velocity as the regular fan on the right here. If I increase the fan speed on the Dyson to 10, it gets a lot louder, but I can feel it's actually pushing a lot more air than the regular fan on the right. So let's try that now. So if you can hear that on the audio, the Dyson fan is actually quite loud now. It's much louder than the regular fan, but it is pushing a lot more air than the regular fan as well. So would I recommend this fan? It really depends. If you're after something that looks pretty and serves as like a decorative piece in your house, then yes, this bladeless design looks really sleek and your guests are definitely going to be wowed by it when they see it. But if all you care about is heating or cooling your room, then just get a regular fan. You can buy a fan plus a heater and you'll still have change for the price of this fan. So yeah, I hope this was useful and thanks for watching.